And if you just have formed the habit of coming to God with your shopping list without learning how to integrate with it, especially thanksgiving and praise, I'm afraid many times you return from your shopping trips without the things you wanted, because God has laid down certain conditions on which we can approach him. And let me say right at the beginning, there is no access to God, into his presence, without thanksgiving and praise. God has laid that down as an absolute condition. I was talking about a couple of years ago to a very senior Christian. He's about my age. He's been a Christian longer than I have. His name is well known in this country. And a man I greatly respect. And he heard me say that you cannot get near to God without thanksgiving and praise. And he said, in all the years I've been a Christian, he said, I never heard that before. And it revolutionized his prayer life. So we're dealing with things tonight that are of tremendous importance if you want a fruitful and successful prayer life. Let me just give you a little way of distinguishing in your mind between these three things: thanksgiving, praise, and worship. Each of them is a way of approaching God and relating to God. But each of them relates us to God in a different aspect. Now this is very simplistic. You could find exceptions, but just take it for what it's worth. By thanksgiving, we acknowledge God's goodness. By praise, we acknowledge God's greatness. And by worship, we acknowledge God's holiness. So thanksgiving relates us to the goodness of God. Praise relates us to the greatness of God. And worship, which is the highest activity of the human soul, relates us to the holiness of God.